Buddy, I know the name of my sites and my social media is Aim Small Archery, but I do gun hunt, so we are getting ready for the upcoming Illinois gun season. I use a slug gun. Illinois changed their laws a couple years ago where you can use certain rifles, but I decided I'm not one for much for change. I'm sticking with the old faithful slug gun, the Mossberg 500. But gun season's about a week and a half away, so it's time for me to make sure the old slug gun is still dialed in. So I'm gonna take a few shots here. Stay tuned, let's see what happens. I'll show you what gun I'm shooting, what slugs I put through it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I only have to take 1 or 2 shots. Hopefully it's still dialed in. But so I mentioned before, I'm not much for change. So I've been using the same gun and the same slugs for probably 20 years. Maybe not quite 20 years, 15 years at least. But these are the slugs I use. I use the Brenneke KOs. I use the 2 3/4 inch. My gun will take larger, but it's the old standby, man. It doesn't miss, it works, it knocks them down, and I ain't gonna change if it's working. So I go with the old Brenneke KOs 2 3/4 inch. I got the old Mossberg 500 I mentioned. But let's go check. I just took a shot and it looks like it's a pretty good shot. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with the sights at all. I think it's good to go. I'm shooting from about 50 yards, 55 yards, which is about what I shoot at normally during the season from a stand for my blinds. They're all set up for 30 yards and in. So I think we're good to go. Let's check it out. Well, you can see I'm about an inch, maybe an inch and a half high at 50 yards. She's dialed in, boys. I'm not adjusting anything. I'm putting this thing back in the case and I'll take it out when I get to the deer stand on opening morning of gun season. So, like I said, we ain't changing nothing. We're going with what we got. I'm gonna get out of here before it starts raining. So let's see what happens in the deer stand.